Today, just wanted to kind of talk to you about um, lying spirits and King Ahab. And this is a funny story in the Bible for those who read the Bible. That's why one of the things I wrote in my book is that I often read the Bible, not just because I believe in it, but also because there's very good examples in the Bible all the time for people to read. But there's a story about King Ahab. He was considered a very bad king when it comes to the good and bad kings that the children of Israel had in the Bible. And Ahab was one of those bad kings that was heavily influenced and persuaded by his wife, which was Jezebel. Now, the reason why I say lying spirits is because sometimes you could be spirit, which is pretty much, in this case, thoughts. In the spirit realm, you got spirits that can kind of influence thoughts, and they influence thoughts that you want. So it's not like you're being, hypnotized or misled or bamboozled. You actually want some of these things. So you can use lying spirits to your advantage. You could be broke as a joke. You look in your bank account, you don't got any money in there, and you could give yourself a lying spirit that you're very wealthy. And you keep thinking about things, and you will eventually become very wealthy. And until it's a true thing, and then you just believe the truth. But when you talk about a lying spirit, in that story, Ahab wanted to go to war. He got the king of Judah, Jehoshaphat, to try to co-sign with him. And Jehoshaphat was one of those guys that always talked to God before he made a decision. And so Jehoshaphat went and asked Ahab to bring in his leading prophets, his leading preachers of the day, and have them, see if it was right or good for them to go to war, if God would be supportive of it. Just like George Bush back in 2000, he said God told him to go and invade Iraq. And I believe him. But what Jehoshaphat wanted was those preachers to say, okay, God is okay this. And all the preachers got together, and they all, because they wanted to make King Ahab happy, they all lied about it and said, yeah, God said, go up there and prosper. But what they didn't know was that Ahab thought it was pretty funny that all of them had this little agreement that they should go to this war. So he said, man, you don't got anybody else, and there had to be a separation. These had to be like different type of preachers. So he wanted a preacher that actually dealt with the God of Israel. So they went and got a guy named Micaiah, I believe his name was, and Micaiah was prepped by the lying preachers to tell him the exact same thing that they said. Micaiah said, man, I'm going to tell them what the Lord said. But when he got there, peer pressure kind of got to him. He said, okay, yeah, king, it's all right to go to that war. The Lord is with you. And Ahab knew that guy was lying, because Ahab had got a lot of evil prophecies from this prophet from God. So he said, man, I'm telling you to tell me the truth. That meant that Ahab knew that he had been telling the truth previously, because he can tell when he was lying, right? He picked up that spirit. So Micaiah told him the actual prophecy, and God said, hey, I want to kill this king, and this is how I want him to die in this war. So who's going to persuade him to go to this war so he can get killed? And a whole bunch of evil spirits all lined up and told how they would do it. And God was like, nah, that's not good enough. Nah, that's not good enough. And then finally one came and said, I will be a lying spirit, a lying thought in the mouth of all of his prophets. And God said, okay, that's going to work. And so he sent the spirit, and the spirit, of course, got in all those prophets. They were all in the same mindset to lie to this king just to make him happy. And, eventually he went to that war and got killed. So sometimes you have to discern the spirits. Now, is this a Bible topic? No. How it relates to your life is that sometimes people are going to be lying spirits to you. You're going to want to start in a relationship. You're going to want to start a business. You're going to want to do something, and people around you that don't want you to break away from the status quo that they have, are going to come and be lying spirits to tell you, man, you can't do that, man. Don't do that whack stuff. Man, those things don't work. Man, she ain't worth it. Man, that job is crust. Man, don't move to California. Man, don't move to that island and buy that house. Man, stay over here with us in the hood, or stay with us here in our trailer park, And they're going to be lying spirits to you. So you have to discern the spirit. You have to know what God or the creator or the universe is saying to you, so that you don't get caught up in getting killed mentally, spiritually, or any other way, financially, because you're taking heed to the lying spirit that has been sent to you, because they will send it to you, because every man and woman has to be tried. So I just wanted to talk about that, the lying spirits and King Ahab. It's a story I just love reading about, because you see how this thing operates on a larger scale. So with that, we're going to end today. Just go to Life's a Game to Win. Get on that newsletter. We just go through different ways to win in this life and the one to come. So I'm Dude Daniels. Have a good one. I'll see you later. Peace.